happy Sunday. It's nice to see everybody here on TikTok. I'm Bullhorn Betty, and I cover a lot of true crime. So we have a lot to go over. One is related to Sebastian Rogers, and another is related to a missing 2-year-old child. Well, she's been missing for 2 years, and it has just been reported that her mother is now in jail and has been bonded out, but can't tell them where her child is, and nobody has seen. This is London Kerr, has not seen her for 2 years. 2 years she's been missing. She's now 5 years old, and this is the only photo, there's 2 of them, that even show that this child existed. It sounds like law enforcement has been looking for a birth certificate, a social security number, and the details is she was on substances, and her, how should I say this? This is hard. Slinger, she may have, had him babysit HT possibly, and this guy possibly could be in Mexico. I don't really believe the story she's giving, because she also said that her daughter went to go live with family in Georgia, and that didn't prove to be correct. And I did go and look up her information as much as I could, because all I had to go with was Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And it sounds like she's had her fair share of issues in that county. But when I was researching some of her past, because she wasn't coming up on any background program that I had, and so I had to do this the long way. It means I had to start where this child disappeared from, which was Oklahoma City, Oklahoma County, Oklahoma. And I started there, which led me to believe that she was actually took her kids back to Alaska. There's a reference of Alaska in some of these court documents related to custody. So it sounds like she may have been in Alaska. And also, before her daughter disappeared, she was having a lot of things going on with her in Oklahoma County. And this is one of her charges, criminal misdemeanor, which is related to driving under the influence. So there were things going on in her life at the time that her daughter disappeared. Now, she's had several children, and those children have been, their fathers have actually got custody, went back to court for modification to get custody of their child. One of these court hearings she didn't even show up to, so it was automatically given to the father. And of course, they have the joint custody custodial plan, which I blocked out some information here for the identities of the children. But again, this is a child that has disappeared and hasn't been seen since she was about this size. She's alleged to be 5 years old now. So she could just be as far as Mexico. But because of the math with an E that this lady was on, anything could have happened to this child. This is coming out of Oklahoma County, Oklahoma. So if you've seen either one of these, this child or this woman, or know anything about either one, it allegedly happened April of 2022. April of 2022, this child has not been seen. So if this person looks familiar to you, or you remember them from around 2022, please reach out to Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office and tell them what you know, because they're searching for this child. If you know anything about this child, please come forward. If you see something, say something. This is a very problematic case for me, to say the least. It really is. Now, I know that we were on here the last time in an attempt to identify a person that was seen in this photo, 2 people that were seen in this photo, one being here and one being here. Apparently, the large group has been identified that was outside of this home. And that has been resolved. I wanted to tell you that. Thank you for all the people that were here. This right here is Joshua McCoy. This is another case that we are following right now. This is an autistic boy that allegedly laid down with his mother to take a nap. She woke up 4 hours later. He was gone. They waited an additional hour and a half to call law enforcement to report this child missing, and they found this child and this child was recovered, which you all know what that means. Not a very good day. But guess what? There's something I saw related to the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case that I missed. I was actually looking for any information about the story of, who was beating on one of the doors of one of the associates or employees of At Night Intelligence Agency. And while I was doing my review, I saw something in Dog's X post. And it said something, beware of the dog. As it's driving by the state of Tennessee sign. Is Dog the bounty hunter in Tennessee looking into the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? I don't know, but based upon what I saw in that X post, it appears that it might be true. I think Dog the bounty hunter is making his trip. He's had his team there for a while. We just heard the Court TV interview. We're hearing the At Night Intelligence Agency talking about how they're sending leads. They received a lead from Oregon and one from New York, and they peppered the border with his flyer and sent them to the U.S. embassies, consulates, hotels, the Border Patrol, everybody and anybody that has this child's photo and they know that he's missing along that Canadian border. But I was really shocked because Dog the Bounty Hunter was just recently on Court TV. And when he was on Court TV, he started talking about like he's had some information that's not associated with those leads in Oregon or New York or the Canadian border. And so this is leading me to believe that and I said that when I heard the interview on Court TV, it sounds like he's got some intel that's different from what, is being broadcasted, to the public. Because we're hearing, we got stuff, leads coming in for Oregon and New York, and they're sending stuff out to the Canadian border, and then boom, we're talking about Hendersonville. And mom and stepfather. And so it's taken a little bit of a turn since the Court TV interview just a few days ago. And then I see this post on X that Dog is passing a Tennessee sign. So I think Dog the Bounty Hunter might be somewhere in Tennessee conducting intelligence and his investigation into the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. If anybody sees Dog, please inform me. bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'm very interested in this possible, change of events that are going on in the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. Now, if you know anything about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, this is him, that wonderful, gorgeous smile right there. He's a 15-year-old, high-functioning, medically needy, autistic boy that disappeared from inside his locked home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, where allegedly only him and his mother were staying at the time. According to his stepfather and his mother, he must have woke up between midnight and 6 a.m. and walked out the door. However, there has been some changes and inconsistencies in those stories. And also, a week or two later, maybe it was around March, maybe March 14th, if I'm not mistaken, a bombshell video dropped from Channel 5. Nick Barris acquired some video that depict what appear to be lights walking to an unknown vehicle down the road around 3:30 to 4 a.m. in the morning. And so when he had an opportunity to speak with Eric Craddock about those lights, Eric Craddock would not speak on those lights, just basically stating that they don't have any evidentiary value. And when questioned where they came from or what they were, Eric Craddock, the lieutenant or maybe chief deputy at the time, I can't remember his name at the time, but Eric Craddock stated that they were of no evidentiary value, but would not go a step further to say what those lights were, even though it was leaked that they were potentially garbage truck lights. Well, one witness came forward, and her name's Miss Bobby, and she lives in the community where Sebastian Rogers went missing. And Miss Bobby states something totally different, that she watched the video, and there are two separate circumstances. There's these lights coming from the back side of where this boy lived, going to this vehicle. The vehicle cranks up after sitting there 3 to 5 minutes, and these lights coming to it, cranks up and backs out and leaves the community. Then about another hour and 45 minutes later, you see the trash truck coming in. Then you see the fleet of, then you see the mom coming back because she left the house to allegedly go search the community and the school to see if Sebastian was there. However, she never searched the community. She left her home and went straight up toward the school. And she came back. Then the host of vehicles, automobiles, cruisers like police cruisers came in, and then you see the school bus coming through to pick up the kids. That's what was on the Miss Bobby interview. And so this is something that we have heard, that there was this vehicle there, this unknown vehicle. We found the unknown vehicle. We did a show on the unknown vehicle, including adding to an overlay of a vehicle that looked like it might match up with the silhouette, which it did. So we're just sitting here wanting to know, why is Dog potentially in Tennessee? And I know it's because he's following a lead that might help bring Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers home soon. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Bullhorn Betty channels here and across multiple platforms. I'm on Instagram, X, Facebook. We even have a true crime group that has almost 3,500 people associated with it that share all kinds of content, from missing persons to other cases that we've been covering or have been covered in the news. So please get on over there to those platforms, sub up, and I will see you guys back later today to dive in once I investigate this. Is he in Tennessee? I don't know. It looks like he might be. So rock it out with your coffee beans out. If don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Bye, guys.